Coach, this is your first draft combine as NFL head coach. What is different for you about this process?
Well, really, it's a matter of talking to all positions now. No longer we're just worrying about the offense, but offense, defense, special teams, and really sitting down with all the coaches and analyzing the whole entire football team. You
have your entire staff intact. Have you had time as a team to go ahead and assess all of your personnel on the current roster?
Yeah, that was one of the first things we did once we got the staff together, was sit down and evaluate the football team and kind of, from a coaching perspective, trying to outline what our needs are.
When do you expect to go ahead and start making announcements or changes to this team?
Well, Tom Telesco and I, we're still evaluating everything and, make transaction as free agency starts here in a couple of weeks and the draft comes up. So we'll let everyone know as we go.
Now, I'm sure you're not going to come out and tell us what you're looking for with your first pick, which is 11th in the first round. But where do you see depth? Where do you see depth in this draft class?
Well, there's a lot of offensive linemen. It's a good year for that. Okay. And there's a number of other positions. A lot of quality players. The big thing you always talk about is, pick players that help your football team. Don't worry about the ones you don't get. Let's make sure the picks we pick for this organization are the right one.
Do you draft by need or by the best available player when you're up?
We're going to take the best available player, whoever we think fits the puzzle, that we're trying to build here, and we'll go from there.
Okay, you mentioned offensive line, and I'm not sure if you pay attention to mock drafts. My guess is you don't whatsoever. There's been people talk about the depth at tackle. How does Jared Gaither fit into your plans moving forward? You did speak about a fresh start for everyone on this team, but how does Jared Gaither fit into the Chargers in 2013?
Well, we're not going to comment right now on any individual players on our football team, just because we're still analyzing all that stuff, and there's going to be some things we're just going to, just do what we can, what we think is best for the football team. I'm
going to ask you quickly on two key players that you did mention at the podium. That's Phillip Rivers and Ryan Mathews. Now, Ryan Mathews, you mentioned this is a big year for him. He was injury-prone the last couple of years. What do you see from Ryan Mathews going forward? What do you want to see from Ryan Mathews going forward?
Well, number one, we got to keep him healthy. He's had some bad luck. In that area, with his collarbones over the past couple of years, but that's all part of it. That's part of the football game, and we just got to get him to be an all-around football player, and that's going to be our job as coaches, make him a better football player. The rest of the team too.
I know you've had a chance to meet Phillip Rivers, and he mentioned when you were first hired that of all the candidates, he was the one that you were hoping for. Your work, of course, in Denver and what you've done in the past. But what most excites you about Phillip Rivers and the future?
Well, I think his burning desire to be successful. He wants to do anything he possibly can to lead this team to a world championship, and that's what it's all about here. And it's going to be fun once we get started going in April, when the off-season program is going to start, getting everyone around from a day-to-day basis, and it's going to be fun.
Is this a leather bomber jacket? What are you wearing?
Tommy Bahama something, I think.
Tommy Bahama.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just learning bits and pieces about you, and it was good to know. Coach, thank you very much for the time.